chill, okay? Okay. Oh. Okay, first off, does anyone have any questions about the videos that you've watched this week, or tracking, or food, or whatever?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm still learning.
Yes, that's a good thing. Okay, so I had one girl message me the other day, and she was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna take some used to, like, that didn't make sense, some getting used to. She's like, I'm fine with dinners and or not dinners, breakfast and lunch, but I struggle with dinners.
Ditto.
And what?
Dinner's not, like, I'm about ready to give up.
Don't give up. So that's not gonna get you anywhere. She was like so worried about carbs, and like, is she eating a silly carb, or is she eating a fiber-filled carb, or should she just not be eating at all? And she was thinking, like, thought she was eating a veggie, but really she was eating a carb. And so the biggest thing, you guys, is to not overthink it. Like, I know it's like different than probably what you're used to, but like, if you need to, like, send me your meals and I can help you like tweak it just a little bit. Like, you don't need to come up with all new meal plan for this. So I gave her some of the examples that, like, my go-tos that are just like simple. Hawaiian haystacks for one. I feed my kids rice, and if Kobe wants to eat rice, he does. And then I switch the rice out with cauliflower rice. So I'm eating mostly vegetables, but my brain thinks I'm eating a carb.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that with like orange chicken or teriyaki bowls or anything that I would like normally eat rice or like a potato with, and I switch that out with cauliflower rice. Tacos, instead of having a tortilla, I've had it on like the lettuce wrap. Like, just buy a head of lettuce or the romaine lettuce, eat it like that, or have like a taco salad. Spaghetti, you can use zoodles or spaghetti squash. Like, don't overthink it. And if you want to have a carb, like, that's fine to have a carb. Like, I don't go without carbs every single night. I switch. I'll go with like maybe a couple dinners without a carb, and then I'll have a dinner that does have a carb. And then that's when I can see, like, if the scale is like bouncing up and down or whatever, I can see if that works or if it doesn't work. And it totally depends on the carb that I'm eating too. If it's a heavy carb, like pizza, then I'm not gonna have a weight loss day. But the biggest thing is what's going on inside of our brains. Like, whenever we try something new, our brain is going to freak out and be like, what the crap are you doing? I don't want to do this. I want to go back to what we were doing before, because that's easy and simple, and I know what it is. So you have to be like really aware of what you're thinking, and those thoughts create a feeling of frustration or wanting to give up. And so just being aware of your thoughts, and then just being like, shut up, brain. We can do this. It's just going to take a minute. That's totally fine. It's just like anything else, learning. It's a process. Right. But don't give up, because that's not going to get you anywhere. It's just going to make you feel more frustrated. So along with that, one of the things that I wrote notes down that I have to find them though. One of the things that's like helped me was, this sounds weird at first, like, so many people, whoa, oh my gosh, are you guys there? Okay, Tucker, stop. So many people like say the affirmations and new thoughts, like, they really work, and I wanted to believe that so bad, you guys, but I just had the hardest time believing that, because I would like come up with an affirmation or come up with a new thought, and I would tell myself over and over and over, but like deep down I didn't believe it. And so like in your brain, when you have a thought, it connects from like one neuron to another. And the more you think that thought, the deeper the trail it creates. So coming up with a new thought does take energy and work, because your brain's like, nope, we don't believe that. We want to go back to this one. But I swear to you, if you keep thinking that thought, you're creating a trail, and eventually that thought is going to become a result. So if you have a goal that you want to reach, but you struggle believing that you can, this is what an exercise I want you to do, because it's helped me tremendously, is declutter your brain. So like, say for example, you want to like clean out your pantry. What do? Take everything out and put back in what you want that's good, and then put new stuff back in. So if you have this goal that you want to, but you don't believe that you can get it, I want you to write down all the thoughts that you have about that goal, whether they're good or bad. And then write down new thoughts that you want to keep or that you want to change. And look at those thoughts every single day. And I promise you guys, eventually it's going to come true, because you're creating the belief in yourself that you will be able to do it. Does that make sense? Yay, nay, no, kind of. Yeah. So, for example, that has nothing to do with like weight loss or anything, which Jordan knows this story. I've told it to her. But you guys, my husband, when we first got married, he wanted me to learn how to ride a horse so bad. And I was like, no, I am not going to learn how to ride a horse. And finally, 5 years later, I gave in to learning how to ride a horse. And then he was like, hey, well, you need to learn how to barrel race. I don't barrel race. I never have. And I had all these fears of, what if she falls down? What if I get hurt? What if I fall off the horse? And all those thoughts like kept me from like progressing. And then I slowly started getting more confidence, and we were making a little bit of progression. And then in June, one of my fears almost came true. I was at this barrel race and I was doing a time only, which you can like go as fast or as slow as you want. And something just did not feel right in the saddle. So we were like trotting, and I'm like, what the heck? And I didn't dare go any faster. And I get out of the arena, and Kobe comes over to me and he's like, Marty, your cinch is falling off. Like your saddle almost fell off the horse. And I was like, oh my gosh, my biggest fear, I would have fallen off in front of everybody. And it totally messed with my mind. And then like an hour later during the race, I was so scared to do anything. You guys, I was 5 seconds slower than the winning time. 5 seconds, like that is so slow. And after that, I was like, okay, I don't really want to do this, because I'm gonna get hurt, or I'm never gonna like be good or whatever. And then like 2 weeks later, this girl posted a quote on Facebook that had something to do with barrel racing. And in the quote, it said something about, I don't ride timid. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I need to tell myself. So seriously, every single day, I have told myself, I don't ride timid. I don't ride timid. And like 2 weeks ago, I got on the horse, and I hadn't worked her on the barrels since June, because I was so like, I had like proved myself right that I could not do this. And I got on, and I had told myself that like 50 times when I was on the horse. And when we were all done, Kobe was like, holy cow, that was the fastest you've ever gone. And you looked really good doing it. Like you were staying in the saddle. Like, and I was like, oh my gosh, my thought worked. I don't ride timid. So you guys, I swear to you, this works. And sometimes our thoughts aren't exactly what we believe at first, but you can build like a building thought that will lead you up to that thought that you want to believe. So write a goal down and write all the things that you think about that goal, and just declutter it, get it out of your brain, and then write new thoughts down, because I promise it works. So with that being said, do you guys have any questions? No?
I don't think so.
How is everybody doing? Are you getting on the scale every day?
Yes. I had a little weight gain from our trip.
That's okay.
Obvious. I knew I would.
Right? And like, that's the thing is like, if you kind of prepare in your mind, like, yeah, I'm going to have a weight gain, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as like traumatizing when you get on the scale and you notice that weight gain.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad this time. I definitely was over what I started, but I'm slowly moving back down. You know, that's slow. You know, like the 0.2 or 0.4, which is good. So
yeah, it will come off. There was a lady that messaged me. It was like 2 weeks ago, and she was so excited. She had lost 3 pounds in the week. And then like a week later on a Sunday, she kind of like just had a day where she like just vegged out and ate all the things. And the next day she had gained like 1.7 pounds back, and she was kind of frustrated. So she texted me, and I told her, I was like, don't get frustrated, like keep tracking, and I promise you'll be surprised like how fast that weight comes back off. Like you can totally have a big gain, but you can also have a big loss too. The next day she texted me and she was like, oh my gosh, you're so right, I lost everything but 0.2. So as fast as it can go up, it can come back down that fast too. So just keep tracking and trusting the process. Like you're in the hardest phase right now, which is figuring out what works for your body. But once you figure it out, the weight is going to drop off of you so dang fast. And then it's like really exciting. Like right now you're just in the game of doing all the things and figuring it all out.
What's your guys' straight to water? I'm lucky to get like 60 or like
what?
I'm lucky to get like 50 ounces down every day, and that's like forcing myself.
Are you drinking before you have a meal?
Trying, but 2 cups, 16 ounces is a lot. I've decided. I didn't think it was.
So one thing for me, I would like chug the water before I ate, and I realized it made me sick. Like I could not do that, because then it made me not want to do it. So what I've started doing is drinking the water while I cook. Because then it's like a longer period of time for me to drink that water. Plus I'm drinking the water, so I'm not snacking on the food that I'm making. And that has helped. And that water counts towards your goal for the day.
Okay. I've broken mine up. Like in the morning, like I'll get up in the morning, have my coffee, and then before I can have my other cup of coffee, I have to drink all that water. You know, the 30 ounces. Yeah. And then, you know, and then I have my coffee or whatever, and then I'll have my other 30 ounces. I had to break it up because it's just how my brain was. I had to have it like 3 sections of the day.
Yeah. Are you there? Is she frozen or am I?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay. So that's what I do. I just break it up in 3 parts of the day. So it's just 3 bottles, because that's the only way my mind can handle it.
Right. Right. Like I definitely do not drink it all at once, or it like makes me sick. Like maybe set a goal, like, oh, I want to drink 20 ounces by 10 a.m. And then 20 more ounces by noon, or just break it up. But that definitely helped me with drinking it while I prepared the food instead of chugging it.
I notice now that if I don't drink that amount of water, I crave it, and I'll get a headache if I don't drink it.
Yeah.
Like that quickly, my body is reacting to not enough water.
Right. And I didn't realize like how much of a role water played in the weight loss. Like it's huge.
Yeah.
If you're not drinking it, the scale's not going to change the way you want it to.
Yeah. And it's not.
Yeah. So
And I know that, but still, I couldn't drink that water.
you what?
It's like drinking anything. Like, I don't drink it. Like, I don't even crave sodas anymore.
Well, that's a good thing. Is it like the flavor of water you don't like?
I don't know.
Um,
Hydrating packets, I try in the morning to get it done.
yeah.
I just forget until like at night. I'll drink a lot, and then I'm up all night.
Yeah. Do you have like a mug that you can just keep out on the counter or something
Yeah.
and drink it that way? Just remind yourself.
Yeah.
I have bought those flavoring packets. They're called True Lime or True Lemon. They're only 10 like calories, and they use stevia instead of like the fake sugar. So they're good for you, and there's so many different flavors. Like you can get them at Walmart. And sometimes when I get sick of just drinking plain water, I'll add some of those in just to like switch it up a little bit.
Okay.
So, oh yeah, keep trucking along, I promise.
That this week. Yeah.
What?
We'll do that this week.
Okay. And like maybe just focus on one thing at a time instead of trying to change all the things, because that is overwhelming too. Like maybe focus on like one meal and drinking more water and see how it goes.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions?
No.
Okay. But like I said, guys, honestly, the biggest thing is just being aware of what's going on in your brain. If you're talking negatively to yourself, then it's not going to happen. You got to be positive. You got to be compassionate to yourself. No judgment zone. Like, meet yourself where you are right now and just be okay with it and know that it will change. What? Okay, just a second. So, anyway, you guys can message me anytime with questions. Just know that. Okay? Okay. If you don't have anything else, we can hop off. And when you declutter your little thoughts and need help coming up with new thoughts, message me and I can help you. Okay?
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Thanks,
You guys
Marty.
have a good day. You're